The Maly Trosinets, or Maly Trascianiec, concentration camp sits on the outskirts of Minsk, Belarus, originally built by the Nazis in the summer of 1941, on the site of a Soviet kolkhoz, a collective farm. The camp initially held Soviet prisoners of war that were captured after the German advance on the Soviet Union, which began on June 22, 1941, known as Operation Barbarossa. But it became a Vernichtungslager, or an extermination camp, on May 10, 1942, when the first transport of Jews arrived there, from Germany, Poland, the Netherlands, Austria, and the present-day Czech Republic. Many were even killed before reaching the camp, as they were brought to the nearby Blagovshchina and Shashkovka forests, where they were shot in the back of the neck. Most of the victims were lined up in front of large pits and shot. Tractors then flattened the pits out. The prisoners in the camp were forced to sort through the victims' possessions and maintain the camp. However, the primary purpose of the extermination camp was the eradication of the Jewish population of Minsk and the surrounding areas by means of mobile gas chambers. In 1943, the Germans began mass extermination of the prisoners in the camp, which continued into 1944. On June 28, 1944, as the Red Army approached the region, the Nazis bombed the camp in an attempt to obliterate evidence of its existence, in coordination with the Goals of Action 1005. They locked up the remaining prisoners as well, and burned the buildings to the ground. But the Soviets are said to have discovered 34 grave pits, some measuring as much as 50 meters in length and 3 to 4 meters in depth, located in the Blagovshchina forest. The estimates of the number of people killed there are 206,500, and that 65,000 Jews were also murdered at the camp.
That's a good angle. Recording with another camera as well. Again, for those that missed it, 206,000. Walk around the camp.
The ruins of a former estate building, crypt. In 1942 to 1944 it was used as a grain warehouse and a bomb shelter by the death camp administration. The ruins of the death camp buildings. In 1942 to 1944 the buildings were used for sawmills and a warehouse.
$206,000 were killed here. They included Jews from Poland, Czechoslovakia, a few other places, plus prison of war and others. This ruins was used to store the personal belongings of the prisoners. This is where they stored everything and sold it afterwards. What's this? This used to be a water tower and the medical premises. It's a water tower above it, the medical premises below.
The ruins of the death camp buildings. The site of the guard post Junker, which was one of the death camp's guard towers.
We go into the camp over here. The barbed wire was around. Coming up to... Okay, so this is a small part of the barracks where the newly arrived prisoners were held before execution. Only a bit of it left. There's more around, more barracks.
The ruins of the death camp buildings. A fragment of the barracks in which the death camp prisoners were kept. The outer perimeter of the death camp, as these poles had barbed wire between them.